So it looks like the race that is going on in California 25 is heating up right now. Okay. This seems to be the first shots that have been exchanged between Christy Smith, the corporate candidate, the hand-picked establishment candidate, and Cenk Uygur, who is running in California 25. Now, here's what happened, okay? So this person actually has blocked me. I just want to tell you that. If you critique this person whose lame, lazy, embarrassing life is basically dedicated to doing Oppo research, by basically what that means is going through Cenk Uygur's old videos from 2006 and basically just churning out random stuff. That's what she does. So if you critique her in any way, she just blocks you on site immediately. So that goes to show you, what kind of conviction this person has. But she basically pulled out this video where Cenk says that the fighting over Jerusalem is stupid and all this religious, oh, God gave me this, God gave me that is stupid, which he's right about. He says that he would bulldoze the whole thing, jokingly, obviously. And this is like a clip from back in 06 or 08. And so Christy Smith responded to this saying, "Until now, I haven't engaged directly with Cenk Uygur, but this is further disqualifying. On behalf of people of faith everywhere, stop calling yourself a progressive. Being a sexist, homophobic, genocide-denying racist is the opposite of a progressive. Hashtag California 25, people deserve better." So she barely even tweets out anything on her Twitter account, but obviously this is a bunch of mumbo-jumbo garbage, right? So, trying to say that he's not progressive because of that, or saying that he's a sexist, which he's not, that he's homophobic, and that he's a genocide denier, which is completely obviously it's almost like she's just woke up, she was in a coma for a while and then woke up and didn't realize all of the responses that Cenk has had. It's as if she hasn't read or heard any single response that Cenk Uygur's had. Cenk Uygur's already redeemed himself for fucking up with all of the stuff that he has in the past, but it seems like she doesn't care about any of that. And here's my biggest concern about this, right, is when are you going to talk about the policy positions? Anybody who sees somebody who's just talking about the policy positions, who's not talking about the policy positions, you should be suspicious. And that's because if they're just clinging to these smears, character attacks, personal attacks, it means that they're hiding something. There's something that they don't want to talk about. That's why they do that. So, it's fine to call Donald Trump a racist and then also talk about his horrible policies, right? But we're also mainly talking about the guy's policy positions. You haven't said a thing about his policy positions. She's an entitled brat, basically, who there's this crappy thing that goes on in these districts where it's the state assembly or whatever, or all in city council, they all are in this line for that seat, essentially. And so they're these hand-picked entitled douchebags, essentially. So Cenk fires back saying, "I think the fact that Christy takes corporate cash from health insurance companies while 45,000 people a year die because they don't have private health insurance is disqualifying. She should immediately return their donations or drop out of the race. Hashtag disqualified." Now, as you can see here, obviously, this is a direct reference to, money in politics, of course, corruption, which is a very big issue, very obviously, you know what I'm saying? So, his tweet has 6.5k likes, her tweet has 2.2. So, this is just really, really revealing to me that if you're not going to talk about any policy positions, there is a reason why you're doing that. And so you're just going to cling to that. And that's quite embarrassing, to be quite frank with you. Cenk is going to represent you. Christy Smith is going to represent all of her rich buddies and all her, entitled brats that are in this system of, waiting in line for these positions of power. It's like Hillary Clinton, who thought she was, basically a divine right to become president. It was her time. It was her turn. She's entitled to it. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. So that's why you should vote Cenk Uygur, not Christy Smith.